Good morning to one and all. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. Distinguished guests, respected international delegates, eminent scholars, institutional leaders, industry partners, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. On behalf of Nazareth College of Arts and Science, it's my privilege to welcome you to the International Summit 2026 on SDG Knowledge and Education. We are honored to host this global forum dedicated to advancing sustainable development through research, collaboration, and transformative educational practice. We shall now formally commence the inaugural ceremony.
To invoke divine blessings upon this auspicious occasion, I request everyone to kindly rise for the prayer song followed by Tamil Thai Vazhathu. Thank you. Please be seated.
To formally welcome this August gathering, I invite Dr. Mano Rajidam, Vice Principal and Head Department of Computer Science, Convener SDG Summit.
The Bible says, "Commit your works to the Lord and your thoughts will be established." Proverbs 16:3. A very good morning to one and all present here. It's my deepest privilege to extend a gracious welcome to you all at this luminous International SDG Summit 2026 on SDG Knowledge and Education. With profound reverence, I honor Professor Datuk Dr. Denison Jayasuriya, Head of Secretariat, APPGM SDG. Your visionary presence graces us, enriching our global tapestry of sustainable process. Welcome you, sir. We joyfully embrace our brilliant luminary, Dr. Daniel Erilarasu, Regional Director, INCH, India, for your gracious presence and encouragement. Welcome you, sir. A heartfelt and radiant welcome to Mr. A.N. Henry Maris, Secretary, Nazareth College of Arts and Science, and CEO, MAP SDG, for your unwavering leadership. Welcome you, sir. A profound welcome to our visionary leader, Dr. Mary Angeline Santosham, Principal, Nazareth College of Arts and Science, and Chairperson, SDG Summit 2026, whose wisdom illuminates our path. Welcome you, ma'am. A warm and heartfelt welcome goes to the vibrant team of APB GM SDG from Malaysia. Welcome, dear all. Esteemed delegates from distinguished colleges and organizations across the nations and beyond, your presence weaves a vibrant mosaic of collaboration. Welcome, dear all. Dear faculty members and students from Nazareth College, your cooperation forms the bedrock of our SDG mission. Welcome, dear all. Together, we gather not merely as academicians, but as global stewards committed to people, planet, and prosperity. May our deliberations spark transformative insights and enduring partnerships. With heartfelt warmth, I welcome each radiant soul. May this summit shine brilliantly in success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm and inspiring welcome. To present an overview of the Summit 2026, I now invite Dr. Mary Angelan Sandosham, Principal, Head Department of Social Work, Chairperson, SDG Summit 2026.
Vanakkam and very good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais and the participants from Malaysia and India. The United Nations Sustainable Goals, they provide a universal framework for addressing pressing global challenges like poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace, and justice. Higher education institutions play a critical role in localizing the SDGs through research, innovation, policy engagement, and community outreach. The SDG Summit 2026 has been jointly organized by Nazareth College of Arts and Science and the International Network of Christian Higher Education and powered by mapsdg.com. It is themed as Sustainable Development Goals for People, Planet, and Prosperity, and explores how higher education institutions can advance the Sustainable Development Goals through research, innovation, and community engagement. This summit will follow a hybrid format, enabling the international delegates to participate online and while Indian participants will attend in person. The key objectives is to deepen the understanding of the SDGs and their application in higher education institutions, to deliberate on people, planet, and prosperity as core drivers of sustainable development, to encourage research and policy dialogues on SDG localization at the institutional level, community, and regional levels, to facilitate the engagement with communities through immersion programs that highlight the grassroots challenges, to propose actionable solutions and strategies that higher education institutions can adopt for advancing the SDG impact, and to promote global exchange and collaboration among international students and faculty for cross-cultural learning, comparative research, and a joint action towards the Sustainable Development Goals. What are the expected outcomes? It is to enhance awareness and understanding of the SDGs within the higher educational institution and communities. Research-based and community-informed insights on challenges that is related to the people, planet, and prosperity. Have a repository of policy recommendation and institutional strategies for SDG localization. Strengthen the collaborations among the higher education institutions, NGOs, government, and industry partners. And funding of actionable solution-based projects for advancing of the localized solutions for SDG impact, to release a compendium of best practices and SDG implementation, to publish a conference proceedings with ISBN, and have a roadmap for Nazareth College and the partnering institutions to advance SDG practices and measure their long-term impact. The first day will be talking about SDGs and higher education and its relevance with the help of keynote and special address and release of publication. And we will have a village immersion program. This is the first of the kind that we are including into a summit that is 2026, which will have a community engagement where the participants will be taken to the four villages that has been adopted by the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. Then we'll have cultural events and SDG stalls. The second day we'll see plenary sessions, panel discussion, paper presentation, poster presentation, and the valediction. I all welcome you to this SDG Summit, and I hope this is a learning experience, and I hope you enjoy our campus for the next 2 days. God bless you. Thank you for your presence here.
Thank you, ma'am, for setting the tone for this important global engagement. We now move to the honoring of our distinguished guests. I request Mr. A.N. Henry Maris, Secretary, Nazareth College of Arts and Science, to honor Dr. Daniel Elilarasu and Dr. Denison with a shawl. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. E. Mary Angelin Sandosham, Principal, Convener, SDG Summit 2026, to honor Dr. Daniel Elilarasu and Dr. Denison with memento. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
We now arrive at a significant milestone, the release of the book of abstracts and cover page of publication. I invite Professor Datuk Dr. Denison Jayasuriya, Head of Secretariat, APPGM SDG, to release the abstract book. I invite Dr. Daniel Elilarasu, Regional Coordinator, India, INCHE, to receive the first copy. Thank you, sir. I invite Dr. Daniel Elilarasu, Regional Coordinator, India, INCHE, to reveal the conference proceedings poster, which will be received by our respected dignitaries. Thank you, sir. Thank you, dignitaries.
We now move to the special address segment. I invite Dr. Deborah Harson, Executive Director, INCHE, to address the gathering. I invite Dr. Daniel Elilarasu, Regional Coordinator, India, INCHE, to address the gathering.
Hello, my name is Deborah Harsma. I'm the new Executive Director of the International Network for Christian Higher Education, known as INCH. Greetings to you all from snowy Michigan in the United States. I and the INCH board are pleased to be partnering with you for this important summit on sustainable development goals for people, planet, and prosperity. Many thanks to Nazareth College of Arts and Sciences for your gracious hospitality in hosting this meeting. For those of you not familiar with INCH, we are a network of dozens of Christian colleges and universities all over the world. Our shared goal is to serve Jesus Christ as Lord by fostering the development of Christian higher education worldwide. We achieve this by informing, equipping, and connecting. We inform by sharing information and research, we equip with training and scholarship and workshops, and we connect by cultivating enduring relationships through networking and mutual exchange. Events like this summit bring people together, leaders in higher education from across India and around the world, for mutual encouragement and collaboration. This summit is devoted to an essential topic for the future of humanity: how to do development sustainably. How do we build up human flourishing in ways that also allow the planet to flourish? I'm a scientist myself, as well as a Christian, and I firmly believe in the importance of these two priorities: human flourishing and planet flourishing. They're tied to two central commands that God gave humanity in the Bible: to love our neighbors and to be responsible caretakers of the planet. These two commands are not meant to be in competition. In fact, following them well will build up each other. Leaders in Christian higher education have much to offer this project. Faith gives us a larger ethical and theological framework that we can use for setting priorities within the goals and communicating them. It gives us a common language for working with local communities of faith as we implement these goals at the grassroots level. Universities bring expertise in key subject areas necessary for tackling the challenges of implementing these goals. And higher education institutions are themselves communities. You have an opportunity to live out the goals on your own campuses. Addressing the challenges of sustainable development will take all of us: higher education institutions, NGOs, government, industry partners, and faith communities. This summit is a place for those challenges to be addressed, for policy recommendations to be developed, and new collaborations to form. Thank you all for coming and participating, and I pray God's blessing on all of you in this summit. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I now invite Dr. Daniel Elilarasu, Regional Coordinator, India, INCHE, to address the gathering.
Beloved friends and dignitaries on the dais, all the delegates for this international summit from all over the world, particularly from the Inch colleges and all other colleges and friends and everyone gathered here. On behalf of the International Network for Christian Higher Education, based in the USA and the India chapter, I would like to convey our sincere greetings to the successful conduct of this international summit on SDG. Our executive director, whom you have just seen, Dr. Deborah, and myself, and along with all the other 25 principals of Indian chapter, are extremely happy to share our best wishes for the success of this international event. A few words about Henry, the architect of this great event, along with his team, dedicated team from the Nazareth College. Henry, today you sent me a note in the Inch India team. Just about that, I saw one clipping which says that reward for diligence. I don't know whether you have seen it. I have seen it, you can also see now. Reward for diligence. Yes, indeed, this event is a reward for your diligence. Not only your diligence, but also your team. We are so happy that this event has come to fruition today. Henry is an epitome of simplicity. Henry is an epitome of courage. Henry is an epitome of perfection. I stop here, not adding more. With such a wonderful person as the head of the management of this great institution, we are extremely happy to congratulate him and the chair of the summit with all the entire team who worked day and night. I used to get mails and WhatsApp messages at 12:30 a.m. 00:30 a.m. Suddenly there will be some click note in my cell phone. I wonder what it is and then see, and then it's from Henry or from Angeline. என்னப்பா இவங்க தூங்க மாட்டாங்களா தூங்க விட மாட்டாங்களா Such a team of people he has got in this college who work day and night for the success of any program, particularly for this program. SDG, as we all know, is concerned about four important aspects, namely social, economic, environment, and governance. Yes, all of us know about all these aspects are being stressed by the United Nations to see that the whole world is benefited through SDG. Mapping SDG is an important aspect to understand and to know the levels of contribution for achieving self-sustainability. Yes, how can we do that? I believe where there is a meeting point for passion and purpose, we can achieve. Where there is a meeting point for passion and purpose, we can achieve this. We all know that in our educational system that fosters or should foster affordability, accessibility, and sustainability. Yes, my dear delegates, can we achieve this? Yes, we can, provided all of us have the same passion and purpose to do. I wish to close my felicitation and opening remarks for this international summit with these few words again. Passion and purpose should meet together. Shall we all say to each other, passion and purpose should meet each other? Please tell the other person. Passion and purpose should meet each other. Okay. If that meets, then all of us can succeed in whatever we take. Thank you very much. And thanks, Henry, for giving each an opportunity to join with you in this great venture of having this international summit, particularly the team from Malaysia. They all come from Malaysia. I think we should also be on. Can all the participants from Malaysia stand for 1 second? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And all other friends from our own country, and we wish you all a successful days today and tomorrow at NCAS. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we invite Mr. Henry Marriage, Secretary, Nazareth College of Arts and Science, to address the gathering.
Good morning, one and all here. It's always a pleasure and pride moment to stand here and talk to wonderful people here. Respected chief guests and respected people from different colleges and universities. It's always a joy to meet all of you in under Inch. This college takes us at a pride moment and a purposeful event in hosting this international SDG conference. This is not just an academic gathering, but it is a commitment to action. Nazareth College, we have a philosophy. Education must extend beyond classroom into the communities. Number 2 is institutions should be rooted in service, social responsibility, and inclusive growth. Research must respond to human challenges at the grassroots. Sometimes I wonder, as PhD scholars, we have to follow what the guide says. But I think it's time to look at how we can find the human challenge and create a kind of a research. Now, what is the relevance of SDG in higher education? The UN has given a clear mandate that by 2030, we all have to achieve certain goals. There are 17 goals. Now we are 2026. Almost 2/3 is gone. Now we just have another 4 years to go. What is the role of higher education here? The policy makers keep creating policies. Does it reach the grassroots? That's a question that we need to analyze. Now, higher education institution, we sit in the middle layer between the policymakers and the grassroots. And you and I have a major role to cascade this policy, convert this into a smaller framework and take it to the grassroots and take back the challenges, showcase to the policymakers, advocate to them, see if there could be change in the policy. I think that is why you and me are here today. So this conference is unique. It's because I have attended many conferences where we go sit there, somebody will come and talk, somebody will go and also some paper presentation, but this is not just going to be a normal conference. This is going to be a village immersion program going to be there. I'm sure every participant will enjoy, and as you complete these 2 days, when you take back, you will take back a lot of learning so that when you go back to your own institution, we can jointly do something better for this world. Now, when I said that it is a village immersion program, it addresses, this model will address at least few gaps that we have been having. Number one is theory versus practice. Research gains meaning when it touches lives. Field engagement keeps scholastic relevant. The number 2 gap that would be addressed here is institution versus communities. College must never be an island of knowledge. It should become a catalyst for local development. Number 3 is global goals versus local action. UN has set up a global goal, but all that we need is a local action to change a small so that that can create a ripple effect so that by 2030, I'm not stealing prosperity, peace from my next generation. I leave them to live in a peaceful life. I have so many things to talk, but I will leave it to the chief guest to share more on the aspects. And with this few words, I'm sure next 2 days would be a wonderful time for all of us, including me. I'm going to be part of some village immersion program to learn. I'm sure it's going to be, all are going to enjoy it. I'm sure you have a great time here. Thank you. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is our honor to introduce Professor Datuk Dr. Denison Jayasuriya, a leading voice in sustainable development and social policy. He serves as head of the Secretariat for the All-Party Parliamentary Group Malaysia on Sustainable Development Goals, APPGM SDG, and a senior fellow in Social Policy and National Integration at the Institute of Strategic and International Studies. It is our proud privilege to invite him to address the gathering.
Dr. Deborah, Dr. Daniel, Mr. Henry, our real man behind the scene, and the mover and shaker, and of course, Dr. Mary, with all the enthusiasm and activism. I think she's the one who, when we were coming to the Loyola College, wrote to me and said, "Can you visit Nazareth?" I've been to the village Nazareth in the south, so I was a bit confused, Angia, Ingia, and all that, and then we came that time, and now our team is here. Dr. Mano, my close friend, Professor Joshua Kalapati, from Professor of Philosophy, former professor from Madras Christian College, all the Malaysian delegates who have come with me. I think they have been enjoying their stay here so far, and ladies and gentlemen. I think for our team, it's a great pleasure and privilege to be in Chennai. I've always found Chennai to be a very vibrant city. We are linked close to Chennai almost every day because of all the Tamil Padam that's coming up and YouTube. And your Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, was in Malaysia recently as well. But most so for the very kind hospitality Mr. Henry, Dr. Mary have given us from the day we arrived. So vandonna we said, idu irukudha, murukku irukudha, ennadu alva irukudha, Tirunelveli alva. So suddenly all that is coming into the room. So we really thank you for the kind hospitality. I came to India first in 1974 on a ship called Chidambaram. I was 20 years old. I couldn't qualify to the university in Malaysia then. My sister who's here is a graduate of University Malaya. I couldn't graduate, so my parents, through the church, sent me off on the ship. And I will never forget the day at Chennai. We took 1 day to clear Chennai immigration and customs. And another time I'll tell you the experience of waiting and the customs then. Now we don't have any problem with the immigration and customs when we came. But I came when I was 20 years old, and now I'm 72. I'm still active. I'm, very much into visiting. When I was a young man, I traveled on the Tamil Nadu Express, and I will be doing it on Saturday, going up to Nagpur to visit Union Biblical Seminary Old Campus at Yotman to meet up with some old friends there. But to see how India, especially Chennai, has changed. I told my friends as we were driving this morning, I don't see a single beggar on the road. I don't see anyone sleeping at the platforms on the side of the road, which was a different scene in 1974. What do I see now? Everybody busy, everyone on a scooter, everyone trying to sell something, everyone impatient. The city is a vibrant city, and that shows its development and so forth. And today Guna showed me the newspaper of Ayya Periyar. So we have a long debate, I and Karu, over Periyar and theory of development and so forth. And we can discuss that. But to see the tremendous change. What has this got to do with sustainable development goals? How do we measure the development in Tamil Nadu or the development across the states in India using the benchmark of development? So the real question is, what is development? What is the indicators of a developed state? And how do we measure this? Now, at the global level, the United Nations post-Millennium Development Goals in 2015 decided collectively on a global agenda for development. This is not a Western agenda. It's not at all an American agenda. Just because the UN is based in New York or in Geneva, don't get the impression the UN is US control, the least. The US is the least supporter of the United Nations now. And I can confess, I told my sister, I see more poor people in New York sleeping on the side of the road than I've seen here in Chennai. That's the contrast of rich, powerful countries where there is a neglect of the poor. So what is development? Earlier on, development theories, largely controlled by economists and others, brought economy and income as the main measurement of growth. So it's a heavy investment into capital and so forth. And in development literature, it shifted to human development, and the UNDP, UN agencies, great thinkers from India like Amartya Sen shifted the thinking from economy and income measurements to human development, to capacity building. So the shift was quite great in development thinking. And SDGs bring it into 17 goals. Many people don't like so many goals, Let's focus on one or two. But those of us who were at Rio Plus 20 in 2012, when the SDGs were being formulated, and I was fortunate to be in Rio at the UN Summit on the SDGs in 2012 that were preparatory meeting to the 2015 meeting. They came up, this is governments around the world that decided on 17, which actually links economic, social, environment, and governance, justice, as interrelating each other. You can't talk of poverty without addressing discrimination and inequality. You cannot talk about development without addressing gender. You can't talk about development or economic growth without looking at environment, use of plastic, and so forth. So this is the great theme, and it's a collective decisions of the countries of the world. But the last report by the Secretary General at the United Nations said we are not reaching the target. COVID was one problem. The global conflicts is another. Reduction of international aid to poorer countries is another. And many countries are caught up in their own agenda that they have neglected the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Malaysia places a high emphasis on SDG, and we are part of a parliamentary group that has been active in this economic, social, environment, governance or justice, and partnerships. Governments cannot do it alone. As Mr. Henry was highlighting, the role of the university and academia within this context. So the first thing this conference we need to decide is what is development. When we go down afterwards to the place, Dr. Mary took us to the village, the Irula tribe that I went to and saw. We went into the house, we sat in a house and talked to the person. They talked to us about floods, about low income, they talked about discrimination. They are not using toilets. When I walked into the village, the first thing is to see a temple with 2 snake heads. That's a frightening scene, but it then shows that they are snake catchers, they have an appreciation of the environment, and so forth. So when we go there, what is development? Is it my middle class or upper middle class perception? Is it a Malaysian judgment on the kind of development, toilet, water, education, equal opportunities, justice, the rights to land? All these are interrelated in the SDGs. And this is, so we need to say, what is development? What does this mean for us? Does it mean the right to development and so forth? So I think we will spend today and tomorrow struggling with that. This is the first conference where the guest speakers, I might be put at the guest, but the guest speaker is what we are going to listen to them, going to the ground afterwards and hearing their views. They are the people who are experts on poverty. They are resilient on the ground, and they will tell us what is development and why they are left out in the process. So that's the first theme of SDGs, looking at 17, looking at health, looking at housing, looking at employment. The person driving us said average daily wage is 800 rupees. The lady that day with us in that house said they only get 120 for the odd days. Then somebody explained this is the government scheme of guaranteed 100 days work, but they are working quite long hours. They only get about 100, 150 rupees for the day's work, whereas somebody else is getting. Then I was told women are paid less than men, all these kinds of injustices. And so what is development? Today and tomorrow, let's struggle. Let's have a view, Avadi declaration on development. We can create our own declaration on what is development from the perspectives. That's the first thing. Second thing, we are seriously looking at SDG 4. While we are looking at all 17 SDGs, SDG 4 is on education. Now the Nazareth institution, from what I understood, I thought at first only college, but then I know it has the school. So it has primary school, secondary school, higher education. You are an intact for SDG 4, because SDG 4 talks about education for all, inclusive education for the poor. We went to one village that day, and the father said, oh, நான் சொன்னேன் எங்க இருந்து வரீங்கன்னா நாங்க நாசரத் காலேஜ்ல இருந்து வரோம். ஐயோ என்னுடைய பிள்ளை அங்கே தான் படிச்சிச்சு. அப்போ சொன்னேன் பிரின்சிபல் இருக்கு, ஐயோ அவங்கள பார்க்கணுமே, இன்னும் ஓடி வந்து டாக்டர் மேரியை விஷ் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ it's quite interesting that we went to a village where the father identified with the college in the neighborhood, the college for the poor that's empowering. So education, SDG 4 is central. You see, in the SDGs, you got 17 goals, then you got targets, then you got indicators for measurement. You can just Google Agenda 2030 and you will get the full UN document for measurement. And Indian government has done a lot of reports that they have presented in the United Nations. Some of the reports are quite good, but the popularizing in India might, I'm not sure, you all will have to see how much in Tamil Nadu the term SDG is used. But SDG 4.7 is education for sustainable development and sustainable lifestyle. Sustainable lifestyle, na? How are we living a sustainable life? So the best check for me is my own wife. So we got in my room, in my study, there is a box for recycled paper, there's a box for rubbish. So recycled paper is to be sold to the recycling. You cannot put rubbish in the recycling bin. So make me undo my dustbin. So everybody got their own dustbin, 2 dustbins that they put. There is a compost. So some you throw, some you can keep and make it into fertilizer. So she's doing it. Rainwater harvesting, so that watering the plants, washing the car, washing the outside is using rainwater. So it's a kind of a lifestyle practice. So don't use plastic, use reusable things. Don't publish so many books. Professor Joshua gave me a book. I'm all the time buying books. The one generation didn't use iPads to read. We are so used to print version. That's where lifestyle, energy saver, all that. So it comes under lifestyle. So this is something we need to look at. Education for sustainable development. And it must start with the institution. It must start with the lecturers. It must start with a lifestyle of recycling. Now, because I studied in India, we don't throw away anything. I carried 2 bags from India, which my wife gave me full instructions to repair. Amar got my bag, suitcase repaired, and my small sling bag repaired. And pressure cooker, caps, all that. So we don't throw the pressure cooker, you buy the parts and fix it. So I got deep instruction to get all these things. It's part of recycling. Rather than Malaysia la வீசிடுவாங்க, வீசிட்டு இன்னொன்று வாங்கிடுவாங்க. So it's not a throwaway culture. So it's lifestyle. Now in this, in 4.7, if you can Google it, it has 5 key points, and let me just read them. One is a commitment, education for human rights, gender equality, culture of peace and non-violence, global citizenship, and appreciation of cultural diversity. So it's not just about development, it's about lifestyle, human rights. So when we work with the poor, we have to affirm discriminatory caste or class discrimination, gender equality, gender discrimination. I think my sister and I were talking. My mother is the older generation. எங்க வீட்டில் ஆண்கள் ஒன்றும் செய்ய மாட்டாங்க, எல்லாம் பெண்கள் தான் செய்யணும். கடைசியில் திருமணம் ஆகணும்னா மனைவி நீங்களும் செய்யணும் அப்படின்னு வரும்பொழுது இட்ஸ் a cultural shift in the way we brought out boys in the home. So gender, culture of peace and non-violence, global citizen. Today I saw in a bus, born in Tamil Nadu, made for the world. பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா advertisement? born in Tamil Nadu, made for the world. I thought it was a fantastic global perspective, local and global. அதை பார்த்துக்கிட்டு வரும்போது நாங்கள் நேற்றெல்லாம் படுத்துட்டோம் காடியில், இன்னைக்கு கொஞ்சம் முழிச்சு பார்க்கும் பொழுது இதை பார்த்தேன். So SDG 4 for education, and my final point, and I'll end with this. The role of academicians, teachers and lecturers. Academicians, teachers and lecturers. Mr. Henry highlighted this. We are the link between policymakers and grassroots just now. He said the catalyst for knowledge and local networks. So academicians play a key role. We also use the term public intellectuals. Some academicians become very political, others are neutral to politics and tend to be public intellectuals to influence. So we are talking of the place of academicians because we are using evidence-based policy advocacy. Chumma, we are not just saying emotionally or just as a way. We have some measurement to say, this is the situation. I've reviewed 30 cases and this is the trend. So there is some evidence base using qualitative or quantitative indicators, grounded research, action research, that is scientifically or social science related that. And this summit provides that unique opportunity through the immersion program that we will go in the afternoon. And tomorrow when we come back, we're going to discuss and present it. Normally we only listen to paper experts. I saw the abstract book just now. There are 115 presentations. There's a lot of paper, but the priority is given to experiential learning by going to the ground, in the focus group discussion, the interaction with the poor, and bringing that back to this conference. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure the Malaysians are not only enjoying the food, the fellowship, the hospitality here, we are also enjoying or learning from what we are seeing, and we believe the SDGs will build us together, and we are hoping some of you will also visit Malaysia like we have visited you, and so we can strengthen this. So all the best to the conference and the time together, and we hope the learning is a great experience. I brought a souvenir for Mr. Henry, and Dr. Mary can receive this. This is our annual report. This is our annual report 2024 that we present to the members of parliament in Malaysia, 222 MPs, and we brought a copy with the audited statement of our project, which is funded by the Ministry of Finance in Malaysia.
Thank you, sir, for your visionary address.
I now invite Dr. K. Alamelu, convener, SDG Summit 2026, to deliver the vote of thanks for session 1.
Good morning, distinguished guests, speakers, participants and faculty. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today to extend my heartfelt thanks and appreciation to all those who have made this inauguration of the International Summit 2026 on SDG knowledge and education as a remarkable success. Firstly, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed guest, Dr. Daniel Erilarasu, Regional Coordinator of INCH India, whose deep knowledge and commitment to SDG education continue to inspire and guide us all. Thank you, sir. Next, Dr. Deborah Hasma, Executive Director, INCH India, for sharing her invaluable insights on the role of sustainable development in shaping our future. Professor Dr. Denison Jayasuriya, Head of Secretariat, APGM SDG, for his inspiring leadership and pivot role he plays in advancing SDG education globally. Thank you, sir. I would also like to extend a very special thank to following individuals for their instrumental support. Mr. A.N. Henry Maris, Secretary and Chief Sustainable Officer at Nazareth Group of Institution and CEO of MAP SDG, for his dedication to sustainability and his continued efforts to derive meaningful change. Thank you, sir. Dr. E. Mary Angeline Santosham, Principal and Chairperson of International Summit 2026, for her tireless leadership and contribution to making this event a grand success. Thank you, ma'am. Dr. E. Manoranjita, Vice Principal and Convener of International Summit 2026, for her support towards the success of the event. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the participants from various educational institutions, NGOs, faculty and students who have been supportive in every aspect of organizing this event. My heartfelt thanks to the organizing committee, technical team, SDC members and every individual behind the scene for your tireless efforts in bringing this summit to a grand success. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am.
We now request all the dignitaries and participants to proceed to the basketball court next to A block where registration happened for the group photo. I repeat, we now request all the dignitaries and participants to proceed to the basketball court next to A block where registration happened for the group photo. The dignitaries will leave first, followed by the participants.
This will be followed by a short tea break. Refreshments will be served